Okay. Uh, hey everybody, I hope you guys can hear me. How are you guys doing? And he says I'm cute. Some of you call me CJ. Let's see who all is here. We're both live on YouTube and Twitch again. Let's see. We have Hey Sid, Hey Russell, Hey Roro, Hey Chris, Hey Ray, Hey Jennifer, Hey Chaos, Hey Khalees. So glad to have. Hey Peter, so glad to have y'all here with me tonight on both channels here. Hey Carol. Alright, so winners come to Heyday. We're slowly coming, I guess. We've gotten parts of it, we've gotten some, we're gonna get more. And it is the last day of the month. Hey Suzanne. So much to do. And we have quite the checklist to get through. And that's what I want to focus on. So I've already closed out my valet on here, and I hope everybody else has. If you haven't, you need to. It should be one of the first things we're checking on towards the month end. So the new valley starts in 3 days, 6 hours. If you haven't, left the valley, you need to. Once the valley starts, it can cause problems. We'll touch back on that. Who is enjoying the fact that we are in winter? In Heyday. The snowy trees, winter trees even in there. And I hope everybody's updated. I know there's been some problems for people with the update. So I hope everybody's been able to update all right. And we've had a mini update in there as well. So I'm not ready for the cold in real life. I'll keep it in Heyday so much. I'm hoping for some new deco. We've got some month-end stuff to do. And if you haven't seen the new Farm Pass, I don't have the graphics downloaded. Ricky has a really great video. Michelanda has one. There are quite a few places where you can see I like the cooler weather as long as I don't have to go outside. Hey Cindy, and get wet cold. I'm not good with the heat. I'd rather be cold. But the humidity here with the cold, it's kind of like a weird. I think I'm starting to get over the Midwest cold, winters to an extent. But I love the white and some of the gray in the trees of winter that's coming, and then the snow frosted tips of the pine trees. Hey Jan. But I have to admit, I miss the variety of color that we get in the fall. Color-wise, autumn is my favorite in Heyday. by far. You just can't top the colors that you get. Yeah, so I have tried so hard not to cut down trees, especially as I expanded. And I've tried to leave patches and some because when we go to one of the baby farms where my youngest has played on, he's chopped down and you don't get the same effect. I wish they would bring the pine trees into the coin shop the way they did with some of the autumn small trees. Even if we did the variation, because there are two sizes, you can see side to side here. Even if, and I hate adding more voucher deco, but it'd be better than diamond, in my opinion. Even if we added the bigger pine tree winter one and Halloween, really the Halloween one with the jack-o'-lantern should be added in as well. They should, even if that one was voucher and then the small one was coin, I would be happy because that would add so much ability, especially for people who cut down the trees not knowing. So I really hope Heyday listens and brings that in. And I love the small details that a lot that have been added to, like the white grass along the back. Hey, Sue. So we're not just getting, like, depending on if you've cut down or not, like snow patches in here. Some of the added details that seem a little bit more this year in the winter. Or I've just caught them in the back of having some of the snowy grass in there. It's so cute. And I hope we get some more with it. We'll check out Greg's Farms together to go over some of what's in there because there are some new deco there. But we are going to start with the main thing, which is the checklist. It's the last day of the month, guys. This is like super important day, and so we're going to go over to one of my other farms because I'm going to show you what could happen. And I love the lighter screen. You guys notice that our switch screen is lighter than last year? Hey, Tanya. Guys, let me grab a drink real quick. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Maybe this will be better. Okay. So our switch screen is lighter than last year, and I can go back and show you is in my before I was doing a lot of or knew how to do the thumbnails when I first started streaming. You can go back and see just the winter load screen as the thumbnail. So I would love. Well, we do get a Christmas tree with lights and the deco. I do wish that some of these had the lights the way we had the jack-o'-lanterns on some of the trees. It'd be really cute if they did have lights. But at the same time, when you go to like a Christmas tree farm, like a real Christmas tree farm, you have to cut down your own tree. The pine trees look more like they are on Heyday than with having lights, but it would be a fun addition because we do have lights on the house now for this winter season. And that was a really neat addition that they added to not all of the designs, but a lot of the designs. They now have the light on them when you choose them. And of course, Maggie's already gone. And we know that in the collection book, they have added a new Christmas design. And unfortunately, I can't, it doesn't pop up with the names on it anymore. So we have last year's that they have, looks like it'll be coming back, and then we'll have this year's. So I am really excited. This is this year's right here. Or right here, sorry. Last year's, this year's. So it'll be really fun to see the details as those get released. But I do wish we have some of the trees. We just don't have the pine trees. I wish they would add those. And the lights could be a really cool addition. I just don't know how feasible it is for them. Okay, so I came here because I wanted to show you guys something. I haven't collected all my farm pass. Got to do that. But here is where the Chick Tick would normally be. On your farm pass, if you look, on the paid road, the tree was here. On the free road, you had the Chick Ticks. This farm, I forgot last month to check how many vouchers I had after the events. And so I ended up with too many to collect on the farm pass. So I don't have any of the Chick Ticks on here. And I'm sorry, two nails just doesn't even come close. So make sure that you're spending them if you need to. So we gotta buy a new bird on this farm so that we can have them. So, okay, I agree partially with you there, Tanya. We're talking about the willow trees here. So I think the wisteria. I think the blue wisteria tree is actually really pretty with the white of winter. And I can show you on tab. Pull one out somewhere. On my keyboard. Come over here. Where do I have a patch from? The blue can go either way. It does look kind of cool to add in. And I'm sure somebody like Chris or Carol, who do much better decorating than I do, will find a really great way to work them in. I'm going to have to go to edit mode to pull that out. I think the blue could be really, really pretty. The pink definitely screams springtime to me. And the purple I was surprised to see. I think depending on how you decorate it, maybe. And I believe last year when we got the blue, they were $129 as well. We just got the blue ones offered. Because I went through and looked at my farm. hours. So, you guys, they're 6 hours and 30 minutes. I love the fact that with this update, one of the quality of life changes that they were able to pull off was that all of these do actually have the time on them. If you notice, well, okay, not the booster offer, but almost, I would say so far these have come up and they've actually driven me nuts, because why are we using the lumberjack offer normally doesn't come up like this, and you guys, it's a ripoff. Don't buy this. It's really not worth it. You can hire Tom for 15 diamonds in a day if you need to. And so for 15, actually, if you start with one of your passes, like your boosters, and get them free for 24 hours, you'll get them for a discount. So even if you do it partial, I usually do the 10 days because on these other farms, they don't have all the machines yet. But even if you do it for a day, let's say you can only run in every 2 hours, 24 hours. Let's say you miss like one. You get 99 of an axe. And that's if you're just running one. You get 99, though, if you can run Tom 11 times in a day. So you're getting way more than your 10 saws or your 10 axes. That's 1 over 1 Tom run. So you're going to get, just by running Tom 3 times, you'll get more than what that offers for, and it's 15 diamonds. That's so not worth it. So please don't do it. If you need mining materials, you're not waiting enough. And I really, really, really wish that if they were going to put up a booster offer like this, they would put the info on here so that we can see, our chances of what kind of booster we're going to get. It's one of my favorite things about the booster offers, usually when they come up, is we know what our percentage is, especially, hey Tammy, especially if we're going to be getting the super boosters. They are, I would agree, they seem to be moving more to a diamond I know, Russell, and when they do the boosters by themselves without the diamond, or no, when they usually do the smaller single ones, they have them. They had it just the last booster offers we had, but this, like, more of a pop-up booster offer, it doesn't have it for some reason. So I think there's still maybe some glitches even in there that they're trying to work out, hopefully. We've had quite a few little glitches I've seen. Yes, Suzanne, I've seen others. I haven't used my personal train. And it's available on all my farms to use because I haven't needed to. I've been waiting for a task to pop up, but that has been coming on there. On Ricky's Facebook page, he has a post where he is wanting like what your issue is, what device you have, and so they can help gather some more information on that, on the issues that are happening that weren't fixed. But I have had some others say the same thing. So I'll get that when that comes in because I have most of that prepped. Okay. So let's make sure we're collecting our rewards for our Farm Pass. Screenshot. I missed mine the other day. My other one. Okay, Russell. So make sure you're checking that you're getting, and if you don't have a lot of room, it's a great time to do it on the last day. You just can't forget. And if you forget to send these out, you kind of forfeit them. So make sure you're setting up, you send them out, and it'll tell you if you have anything left to collect. But just make sure you're doing that, and then make sure you're coming up here. I figured this out, and this kind of bothers me. They said, with the Farm Pass, it's coded. You can't have more than 25. Well, actually, technically, you can't have more than that month offering. So if you have 22 or above, you may not get all of your Chick vouchers because you have to be able to collect them at the beginning of the month. You can't spend them during the month and then collect them. Welcome back, Russell. I wish they would fix that. That is my biggest thing, is fix the ability. We should be able to spend during the month and not have to worry at the end of every month whether or not we have it. But I can also see by playing the events this past month, I was able to go over the 25. It didn't stop me under the new event road from collecting the Chick vouchers. It didn't even stop me at the end of last month from collecting my Chick vouchers for my Farm Pass, and then I forgot to spend them. But I was able to do that. I'm able to go over. I have 27 out of 25, and that we were told that's not possible. We wouldn't get them. So we can get them from the events, or like Halloween event. Finished, collected it before the end of the month, and collected my Farm Pass. I was able to get them because I had they were in my Farm Pass. So this only seems to affect your ability to get them in the Farm Pass. So make sure if you want them in the Farm Pass, especially if you are a paid Farm Pass player, you're going to want to spend them down. It's one of the things we need to do. So let's pick out a bird. Let me put down my fields. Can I put down my fields? I could not put down my fields after the update on my phone. I had to come to my tablet to do it. It was really kind of annoying me. Let's pick a new bird. So we have a toucan, cockatoo. So basically we have 2 of everything but the peacock. Oh, Suzanne, thank you. Hey, Kim. Yes, please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, you can start typing almost immediately after you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all the wonderful likes. Once I hit the target, I will, and I because that means you guys have shown me great support. I will be applying for the CC program. But hello, Tiana. I hope I say that right. No, Tanya. Tanya? Oh, that's spelled differently. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name. Okay, so we need to pick. And unfortunately, my few viewers over on Twitch, I can't run a poll at the same time. So if you're over there, go ahead and type in what you want me, because we don't have many viewers. So are we going to get a what? Night of bird. You can do it. Toucan, cockatoo, heron, or a pelican. You guys are going to be able to do a poll. I'm leaning towards the blue toucan because I really like the toucans. They are my favorite outside of the two peacocks I already have. But that is, the blue toucan is more expensive. I don't have a lot of vouchers over on here, so we'll tell Beth hi back, and I understand she's not able to make the stream. Alright, so we have a three-way. Oh, toucan's just leaning out. A few more votes here. So, for me to reach the target, technically I could apply now. They've opened it up. But I still would like to hit the 500 mark, which is, hey, Boop. I appreciate you listening in, even. Tony, I'm all for naming Holiday. That is fine with me. Or Buddy, which covers both Elf and Holiday. Ooh, the cockatoo is starting to win. If we get if the cockatoo wins, I'm gonna get the well, either one would actually work. I'll let you guys pick. The sulfur one's a little more yellow than white to be like a snow kind of one. But the other one's not quite fully red. But it's got enough red on it. Those two are definitely the more festive colored animals that are left. I agree, Suzanne. We should be able to spread the birds out because I would much prefer to have like the toucans in the sanctuary and the I don't mind the peacocks in even if I had to have it in the town versus the sanctuary, that'd be okay because maybe they could fly over. Ooh, I like that, Tammy. Candy cane. Yeah, the red one could be. So it's red and white. Okay. Cockatoo seems to be winning. Any last minute? Yes, the pelicans and herons really belong in the fishing area. And they actually do better if you put a pond near the birdhouse. We really should. We have multiple. And I can understand. Okay, I'm ending the poll. Okay, so we're going to get the cockatoo and we're going to name him Candy Cane because that is really cute. So we are going to get the red. It is full. We have multiples of others. I could see that we didn't maybe necessarily at first the thought was, okay, we're gonna save worm, or peppermint. Okay, now you guys are gonna have to vote. Voting on a name. Any other? Which name? Candy cane. Holiday. Peppermint. I think eggnog would have been better. I'm saving eggnog for the other one. We had to buy a bird on another farm. I think we're gonna save eggnog for that. You'd put the pelicans in the sanctuary? Chaos. Oh, throat is wrong. They are so good. Okay. So hopefully you guys are going through too and thinking about your list of checking it off. That's why I had the farm pass up there. I had on my thumbnail, I had the chick vouchers. This is for the red-breasted cockatoo. Oh, Holly's good. Save that one, Roro. We're going to have to buy other animals. So this is the red-breasted cockatoo. I know I have other farms that need... So we're going to go through each of the farms and do kind of like the end of the month checklist. Make sure all of our farm passes have been collected. Make sure all of our birds... I like that. I really like holiday names. They're really cute. Do I have to be the tiebreaker? Candy Cannon's up there. Just slightly. Okay. Okay. Get a few more votes going on. I'm definitely getting one of the... Okay. Candy Cane is definitely winning. So we're going to go with Candy Cane. Yeah, Peter, we all know which name you use. There we go. We have candy cane on this farm now. And I'm low enough in vouchers that I will be able to get them on the farm pass next month. And again, if you haven't seen it, we're getting the... I don't think this farm has it. Getting Snow Castle walls. And I don't think I have any. Yep, I do. So we're getting the Snow Castle fence. We're getting those in the farm pass. It's going to be a yard decoration. I don't think this one has. Maybe I'll surprise myself. We're getting the winter table, which I already have 2 of because we got it one last year. Which it just... like, now I'm going to have 3 of them because we got it last year too. So we'll get those. I do like the wrapping paper chick voucher. If you would like to see the actual images of them, Ricky again has a great video up of it. And we had the icy snowflake. I don't know if I have. I don't have that one on here. Or it's under something different. Because they were just one of them. And I don't think... yeah, I didn't buy it on here. So... but Ricky has great images. A little video on it. And a custom yard. Yeah, we're getting another winter table. I'm sorry, that is just lazy. Or somebody really missed that, because we bought them in a deco. We got them in a deco pack, I believe. Last year we got them in a farm pass, and now we're gonna get them again. And I get that we have new players who don't have it, but maybe that's when we should be using the never used discount slot here. And we put like the winter table here. Okay, it's already been in the farm pass. We already have released it as a deco pack. We're going to put it as a discount over here for so much coin, and I'm saying coin because I'm so tired of getting nothing but diamond offers. My diamond amounts are they are like, bring back the 30% off. I want to be able to buy a bunch of the wisteria trees. I think they're absolutely beautiful. But I'm not getting diamond offers enough. Oh yeah, it's never been used though. They have never used this. They added this in the UI, the new UI. So when they redid the store, this whole area, they added in a discount. And it has never been used. I get that more people are going to check here. You should be checking here every day. Especially because the content creators have said that they are not getting warning about the deco the way they had been. a lot of times they're logging in and getting it at the same time we are. Even some of the changes. They changed today's event. It was supposed to be trekking. It is 3 times crops. I have the release. It was updated as a comment. Somebody told me, because I asked, where was it updated? Heyday Support had told them it had been updated on the social media when it was released. And I was like, where? And it wasn't that day, but it was later in a comment. And I was like, comments? Who goes through, really, who goes through and reads the comments after they've seen that meme? Here's the events for the week. Okay, they're exactly, we understand on Friday when the content creators tell us the events for the week that they could change. That's not a problem. Even when I share them. Okay, Sunday we get the confirmation. I did not see the change. Anywhere they could have done a much better job of making it its own tweet, its own Facebook post. Hey, because of the puzzle boats and ongoing issues, or because we're having a global event this weekend with trucks, we are going to just do we're going to change the event and we'll remake the event, the 2-time XP trucks up at a later time. Fine. Can guarantee you most of us probably would vote for more like getting diamonds. So honestly, I'd take the 2-time XP over the global event. I only got 3 puzzle pieces, Peter. I think everybody got only 3. Most people were able to get 2 puzzle boats on Monday. I was not that lucky. Now, you can get 5. Technically, it was Monday, though. You should get 7. You get 5 from the event and 2 for the beginning of the week. They don't always come at the absolute beginning of the week. I've seen on like this baby farm, it does come, especially because I don't play it as much. Like I played Monday, tried to get my puzzle pieces, wasn't getting them. Only got 1 puzzle piece. Here's my second one. We're losing out really on the whole event. We got made up for 3. So we've lost 2 puzzle pieces. Everybody essentially lost 2. I'm hoping they will bring back puzzle boats again soon to make up for it. I've already closed out my valley over here because I didn't play the valley last month on this farm. I played it on my main. It's going to be a chicken valley. We all know this, even though they haven't released that information. We can cross our fingers and hope for something different, but we all know every other month, chicken, sanctuary, chicken, sanctuary. Ugh. Oh yeah. I agree, Timmy. Okay, so in theory, if you get up where you have the boosters, you can get all of them. I think those who rushed boats like me, or Suzanne, or anybody else, should have been refunded diamonds, or just give everybody some diamonds to also compensate. And I think, if anything else, all 5 should have been given instead of 3. But that's what I would have done had it been my decision. Wasn't my decision. I'm not sure what the thought process was. If somebody forgot that, hey, it's the beginning of the week, we usually send out 2. 7 should have been given, because a lot of people did get 2. But I'm not making the decisions. But yes, this next one should be a Chicken Valley. I said we go to Greg's later, but let's go now. I hope I can find it. Ricky showed it. Let's see if I can find it. Because I agree with him. One of the decorations. This one right here. He was thinking that this potentially would be the Valley Deco for next month. When he was looking at it on Monday night in his stream and going through the new deco, because it is kind of a standalone piece. It doesn't really fit in with a lot of the other ones. So if he's right, I am going to be playing this Chicken Valley really hard next month. Because this is absolutely adorable. And I'm still wishing, because it's back on Greg's farm, somehow we're going to bring this dog kennel back that we missed. Still so sad that we missed it. Absolutely. There's so many great things that we have. Like, I am really excited to see. I know, Russell, you and I both were just, it's so hard. The snowy pass that we're getting, not the right snowy pass that we've asked for, but y'all, we're getting them. We're getting something that's better than nothing, right? Like, they're listening. It may not be the exact kind we meant, but we are going to get some. And they are spread out all over. So clearly, if we look at the bigger section here, it's going to work like the Venetian canals. If you remember correctly, if you turn the Venetian canals a certain way, they form different designs and even patterns. If you got a different end or a step in. So clearly, we're going to have one end that's going to always be, when you go one out to the left, it's going to be this broom deco. There's enough of it repeated. So that will always be the case. When they're going like straight across horizontally, we're going to get the chicken feet. And then when you're going vertically, you're going to get the footprints. I'm not sure if, I really want to say if you, like, in the in-between cross-section here, we'll get this path, crossroads here. And if you don't have a 4-way cross, I think we'll get this, like, kind of melted area. And then when you go to the right and it's the end piece, it'll always be the snowman. And then at your top, it'll always be the mitts. So this is, like, absolutely better than nothing. Even though a lot of us were hoping for the dirt path here, the fancy dirt, to have a version of that as a snow path, and the water ditches, which there's no Yep, the water ditch is here to be frozen over. Because even in the winter, the original swamp deco freezes over. It would be so cool if we had, even if we had to buy it separately. Although I'd prefer they did it the same. That the water ditches changed. Or we had the snow ditches. Okay. The sheep pulling the Christmas tree is absolutely phenomenal. And you can see that they've placed some of the replacement regular pine trees down. I'm going to hazard a guess that this is going to come from the... I am not holding out my hope on that missing deco for the Derby to ever show up. It's in Coating La La Land. I think this will come from, as we know, the gift wrapping station is coming back. It's a new one. Version 2.0. We're waiting for more details. I love this snow mound. Hey, Scatterbutt. It is pretty early morning, late at night for you. I am so glad you could jump in. I love the campfire too. And I love that it has some snow, so it definitely fits into some of the winter theme. This one will come in the mystery catalog if you're lucky enough. So if you get one of the packages sooner rather than... I do too. It is so cute because they're not perfectly roasted and the animation for it is so cute. It really is. They've done a great job. And they really have. We have such good winter deco options that we need to... Oh, I'm so glad you're on the mend, Scatter. Oh. That makes me feel so much better. I'm sure the snow mounds will come back. And if you guys haven't heard, Ricky is going to be hosting a decorating contest. So I hope this gives you guys some inspiration. We have lots of great deco that's hopefully coming back and that's even new. I'm trying to find some of the other new pieces. That one's missing. Oh, the pathways. We got to talk about the pathways here. So we have the snow covered, which I'm wondering if that's going to be a single by itself of the bigger ones of this, or if it's going to be different. And I'm curious about the mixed path here. If this will be another one that changes like the Venetian, or if it's going to be one where my absolute hope, beyond a doubt, cross my fingers, hope, it's been almost 2 years, I think, since they teased the ability to do some custom colorization. So maybe this pathway will give us maybe not a full customization, but options. Where we're buying one stone path, we have multiple options for it. Talk about something that could convert a player who is free to play into finding value into our deco. Even those of us who do spend diamonds on deco. Like, let's talk about Scatterbrook and his designs, Chris and her designs. It will be mind-blowing to see what you guys can come up with if we are buying one diamond path that's this one stone, and then you're getting like, it's been at least a year. I think it's been 2. I'd have to go back and pull it. I have the screenshot of the tweet, and I think it was 2 years now. But how much value would you guys get if you could have the dark path or the mixed path or the light path? Because we have the dark path over here. Look at this one. So if you're having to just buy one pathway and then you get 3, 4 even options on how you choose for it to look coloration wise, that's a huge step. That's showing us, hey, they are investing. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that this isn't another one of those, okay, you gotta buy the light path, you gotta buy the dark path, you gotta buy the mixed path. Because then it feels exhausting. And it was something that they had asked us about. And it was talking about the fencing and the bushes. Do they have them out? Russell, you tend to know Greg's Farm more. Do they have any of the hedges out? I don't see them. Yeah, well, it wasn't this hedge in particular, but even this hedge would work. They were talking about the purple and orange hedge. I guess there's none out, so. Ugh. Yeah, I'm so disappointed in that scatter. It is. Yeah, I didn't think so. They talked about the hedges, and they had originally talked about the other hedges being able to change. Sydney, I would love for them to be coins. If they come for coins, I won't complain nearly as much as if they're coming for diamonds, even. If we have to buy each one of these as. I will put a note to that as saying there should be a price limit. When you get to X price, because you've bought so many, then you need to stop raising the price on the deco. And we say, okay, you've bought 1,000 path pieces. Everything after, so 1,001 plus is going to stay at that same price. Hey, Miss Thing. It's frustrating to, I get that when you're at a high enough level, there's not more to invest in, that you have the extra. But at the same time, we're also starting to see them add in more machines, more products, more that we have to invest into for higher levels. So you're not saying, okay, we're done at, 100 and now what, 126? Okay, we're done. that's when you're done with buying and unlocking things, sure. But you also need more. You have to. And I love this. I wish the Scatter. I know how you feel. I think I may have to take out a loan to buy some of these. I agree, Cindy. So I have played some of similar, but and I do like that we can buy, but it gets very, very, very expensive. If you have watched in some of Jen's streams, uh, Chris has been kind enough where she has bought more of some of those casts than Jen has told us what they cost her. And I'm like, I dream of the day I have that kind of money to spend on that. And I get that you can really rack up when you start talking about getting into the 200s and 300,000 or 300 levels. You're really racking up money. And but for me, if we're not replacing some of these original items, we're making them movable. I'm not going to cut them down. I'm not going to decorate still. They get crammed in. The hot tub is another one for the mystery catalog, by the way. And I'm hoping because Snowman Greg's out, that'll come back. But I am curious to see how they potentially can change some of them. And it's really cute. I do. So this is. We'll get one of these in the icy snowflake. We'll get one of them in the farm pass. That was the one I don't have. So we can get kind of a good look of what this will look like. Again, it should work by looking at it in the town, on the farm. That'd be the Venetian. Cindy, I agree. And I think they made a really good step of giving us the small ones in coins. The original autumns are vouchers. But we need to add in the Halloween and the winter. We have the winter tree. That's we're not even on my main farm. Deco. Where's my nature? Okay. So we have some of the original small trees, which I've gotten from. I haven't bought any. Aren't they in here? So we have the vouchers for the bigger ones. We have the coins for some of the winter trees, the main original OG trees, but not the pine trees. So we need that. This thing, it's even worse this year because we had a Halloween theme, or we had a Thanksgiving theme, which is the first year we've really had. Like, we've gone kind of back to like an autumn theme after Halloween. And that has been like kind of like a breath. There hasn't been a ton of decoration theme for they don't, and they need to. They really do need to bring these in. Like, I'm glad these are in here. They need to stay coin, bring these back in. Bring the jack-o'-lantern trays back in. If you want a mallet, come Scatterbrook to my main farm. Please, you guys don't take the mallet for Scatterbrook. Oh, I cry a little bit, Miss Thing. I really do. And watching Jen cut down trees, I really can't do it. I tend to look away, and I have to warn that tree a little bit. I've loaded up sugar. My barn is so full. Oh, cool. Nightbot and Streamlabs is going to compete. Awesome. Turn Nightbot off, and it's still working. Oh, gosh. I've got one posted on my main for Scatter. I can see why they don't. I can see a benefit in a way while they don't have something. And when the software originally came out, I don't think there was a way for them to program to like remove the trees, like to move them, or even to put them into. I think they could have had you put them into storage, but from an eco standpoint of the game, right, made more sense to give you a purpose for saws and axes and another item to spend money on and do it. I'm not. There you go, Cindy. I need to get back into using my Discord. I've recently even cut some down by accident, and I cry. I try to be very careful. I have now started pulling out trees off to the side when they die so that I don't accidentally cut down an OG tree. Because as you can see, I pack my trees in, and I'm trying to be careful with them. This farm needs 22 is questionable. You guys, for chick vouchers, I like to keep it 21 because we had a month where I had 22. They gave us 4, and that's when we learned like you had to be under 21. So that's my cutoff. I will go ahead and buy another bird on this farm while we're here. This one, we have the, you know what, we're going to buy the cockatoo. Let's see. We're going to go, I really like eggnog. So, Tanya, if you're still here, I am getting, as soon as I figure out where I put my birdhouse, there it is. I am going with eggnog and buying it over here. Oh, there is too enough space. There we go. We're going for eggnog. Oh, good night, Suzanne. is just remember to check your chick vouchers and your farm pass. Make sure you've sent your diamonds out, collected your items, because it is the last night of the month, and make sure your valley is closed out. Those are the top things. Tomorrow you can buy any farm pass if you want. If you don't have it, that's not a problem. And you can collect some items, but you cannot collect everything from the farm pass. If you forgot it, you don't get everything. So make sure you're checking. You're very welcome, Scatter. Of course, anytime. I'm happy to help. I'd like to also say at least once a week, you guys should be checking that your content creator code, this little white C, has a check mark. But it shouldn't. There should be no issues. I know Discord had a problem earlier. You're in there. I can see you, Mustang. So you should have... You should be fine. Thank you, Cindy and Mustang, for joining. It is in the middle of some revamp and some customizations. And I will have more going into there. That is a custom bot that I'm working on. So I went a little crazy. Oh, enjoy dinner. Bye, Chris. I'm going to be done here shortly. I just want to finish checking off. I know everything's claimed here. So that ends. I don't think I did anything on this one. Oh, I did. Hello. Look at that. See, can't claim check vouchers here. Okay. Would you feel free, Miss Thing, to DM me and show me what it's doing? I may need to change something on my bot then, if there's a problem. Cindy, did it give you an issue? Yeah, I went and checked, Russell. Thank you for waving hi. I didn't even realize I finished my farm pass on here. So bonus to me. And I only did the free because this is my low level baby. I'm not really worried. This is kind of just an extra that I had used to make. Okay. So it must be something going on with your account, Miss Thing. If Cindy was able to join without a problem. This one's not high enough to get the bird vouchers yet, so that one. We did this one. We learned our mistake with the chick vouchers on this farm. And that's going to be annoying. Okay. So this one, that's a waste. This one, as you can see, my youngest cut down a lot of the trees. And you can tell where he stopped. And I kind of took over. Because there's trees left again. Trees. Lots of trees. They're so pretty. Okay. 19, the sperm's good. Do need to collect. So as you can see, tree, there should have been, I already collected it, should have been one there. And then of course I missed paid one up here. Oh, why is it ending tomorrow? This is going to level me up. Thankfully not a new machine. Really? And there we go. Okay, so this one's collected. This one's at 19, so we're good there. So it's really good to have that kind of like reminder. I'm glad I'm streaming on the last of the month, hopefully. Oh, and we're getting hats. If you're free or paid, you're getting hats on the Farm Pass. And I don't know how I feel about them. My big thing, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that if you want to they consider the scarf kind of like a hat, and I do wish we could keep the seasonal all year round. So when we get, I liked the elf hats we got last year. I wish they would keep the, I'm not saying I don't like the snowman, because I do, but it I'm not like completely sold, but I'm not completely sold on the hats. Like, I like the reindeer antlers on the sheep. They're cute. I see where they went with it. I will gladly change the bonnets out on these, as I don't really like them. And we can put hats, alternating hats on there. That's like a little bit cuter. But I do wish we had like maybe some clothing, like, because the cows have the scarves. Let's keep the scarf and let me throw on the snowman hat that matches. During Halloween, that's when I get the most annoyed with it, with the hats, because you lose the Halloween costume completely. And some of the hats would look kind of cute with them. I want to alternate. Okay. That's a little bit better. But I would like the reindeer headband that the sheep wears. Like, give me that option as like a full option. I just don't like losing. Because if you do, like, let's just do this. It takes off the scarf. I'd just like to be able to have both. Or give us maybe some clothes instead of just the hats. Repetitively hats. I'd like to see my chicken dress up. I like the way you think there, Tammy. Yeah, I wish it would let us keep both. I wish it would do that for sure. Can claim. Should have done that on my other farm. I'll go back to it when I'm done. Last farm in the hood. Ugh, don't care about that. This one, again, with the events and the farm pass this month, I had enough that I could claim them on my farm pass. As you can see, I went over my 25. And oh yay. Got my second. Should put some of this down. More to spend. Next week's events will get released tomorrow. About. Depends on who releases them. They're supposed to release in about at 9 a.m. UTC. Jen will give them out during her stream. Ricky will have them posted at 9 UTC on his Facebook. I don't know if Phoebe will post them early or not. Michelinda usually does like a short. So does Philly Tortorials. Wow, I am butchering her name. My Heyday usually doesn't put them out because they've changed. So, depending on who you followed, depends. I will post them after Jen releases them or Ricky releases them. I like Jen's guessing game, although I can get them pretty easy. So usually I try to avoid social media until after her stream. And because they do tend to change, I don't usually post them in like my Discord until they're confirmed by the team on Sundays. But it's too early to release them. So they won't be released as of yet. Close. So close. Oh, I don't know why I just didn't start at the front. I'm sitting here thinking, like, which machine? Because that matters this late with 5 hours left. And I also wish the diamonds that weren't collectible, and like if you're in a hood with like yourself, I wish, hey Adam, I wish the diamonds went back to you. Because you've paid for that. You should be able to collect those diamonds. Can't, but I wish you could. I think that's fair when you're in a hood. So, okay. Hopefully you guys have checked your vouchers to make sure that you've gotten any chick vouchers so you can get them. I think they should change that. We clearly saw that on 2 of my farms, I went over 25. The farm pass is the only reason that we have to buy birds, even if you don't want them, you get a better return. So, I mean, I guess it works out that way. But like I showed, 2 nails for 1 chick voucher wasn't. I'm usually much better at it, Peter, because I've done that once. But, my other farm, having 2 of them. Oh, one of them was at 86, wasn't it? Which farm was at 26? I'm going to go with. Which one are we on? I'll go check. That one's at 19. We have to claim that. Not claiming that. Did I forget to buy it here? Here. Okay. Which bird are we going to get? We're going to go with the cockatoo over here. So do we get the sulfur or the red-breasted? Let's go with Roro's pick of Holly for the red-breasted cockatoo. We're going to go with Holly. They have been at them. I agree. They are not giving us. We know they can give us the percentages off, either across the board for everybody. And I've seen some playing with other offers, even up here. These aren't worth it. Don't. The wisteria trees are your call. You can't get the blue wisteria tree any other way. If you're going to spend diamonds on one of them, get the blue. It looks really pretty mixed in. It really, that's not what I wanted to do. It does. Hey, Nada. So make sure you've got your valley closed out, because it will start 3 days, a little over 3 days from now. If it is not closed out by then, it's going to be really hard to collect your rewards. And I have had it to a point where it locked me out and I lost my entire valley and had to restart on this farm, which I wish it showed you the piggy bank area, but it doesn't. And make sure you've got your farm pass collected. You've got your chick voucher spent. Chick vouchers are probably more important. If you are especially paid, seeing what we saw earlier, that 1 chick voucher equaled 2 nails for me, that was not worth it in my book. And so I won't make that mistake again. Hopefully ever go through that checklist, have it crossed off. Every day you should be checking the changes here, because this is different. But be smart about your diamonds. If you're going to get your... I know. If you're going to get your diamonds, please, or the farm pass, and your country has the Supercell store available, please use the Supercell store. You get 10% off, which means after 10 farm passes, you get 1 free. That's what you're saving. That is the link. Please put in a content creator's code when you are doing that. Well, okay, so Peter, there's only a max for the farm pass. It is tied directly to the farm pass. They've somehow changed it for the event roads because I was able to collect and go over with the event roads. Okay, so Nada, if you were, so I had the Dairy Booster one yesterday, I think. I didn't get it. If I get it, I get it at some point. I'm not spending my money. You got charged a fee, Cindy, on the. I would write Supercell and let them know that you are, and let, like, um, and possibly send Ricky a message with that, because it may be how you're paid, but I'm surprised that there's an international transfer fee on there. Sam, you're fine. We were going over the checklist of, like, it's the end of the month. Okay, so if you have Apple, you can put you can set up Apple Pay with an Apple gift card or Apple Cash, and load that up. And as long as you buy the Farm Pass from your Apple device versus like your laptop, then you can you can pay that way. I think you can do it through. Hey, Aunt. That's an extra Farm Pass. I wouldn't do it that way. Yeah, Cindy, I would say if you have Google, see if maybe try like Google Pay. I can't remember. Does it take PayPal? I always use my Apple, so I don't. I can't remember if it takes PayPal or not, but it doesn't charge me. Not a no. I have not been where did you trying to look at my notes. Hold on. No, not a. I will send her a message tomorrow before she streams, or remind her to stream because she needed to follow up with her bank. Supercell is not supposed to charge a fee. They go through an international company to try to keep a better pricing for their website. If you bother to like get into the finer print of reading that stuff, but oh, well, I'm glad my notes are useful. I like taking lots of them. They're not supposed to, Peter. They're supposed, and the whole point of the store was so that some of these international fees could be avoided. I believe Daisy uses the Supercell store, Peter. I buy a couple farm passes at a time usually, and then I can just reclaim them. I'm out of farm passes on my main farm. I could go in and check because it'll tell me up here that I don't have any in my. It doesn't show one sitting there. Oh, I am excited. So excited. The only thing is, it's not as colorful. The winter trees are not as colorful. These ones over here. But all of these pine trees that I haven't saved have snow on them. And I will not cut them down until I put them in the store. Hopefully for coins. I like having my checklist, and I showed it to you guys tonight of always checking my chick vouchers, making sure my valley is closed, everything in my farm pass is collected. Those are the big ones that I do at the end of the month. I'll always, of course, check. This is the same old. I wish we had changes to here. We didn't even talk about this change. It's not right. So not right. Like, it's better. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not. They're missing a few things. The popcorn challenge, or the corn pop challenge, ends December 8th. So it's a full 30 days. I have not been popping corn. You guys do not have to worry about me winning anything on the farm. Whatsoever. I think I'm probably in last place. And she'll go over that. I took a break from social media. I made my kids take a break from like their electronics over the holiday when they were on break. And so I am trying to also set a good example. And hadn't really been on much, so. Props to those of you who put in so much effort on there, because I couldn't do it. I got so frustrated that I was not getting if we go check on the farm. Wasn't getting the upgrade materials that I needed. I mean, I was sitting here, and so it gets full, and then people weren't buying. And Secret's still buying my stuff, so I haven't done much with it because I got too frustrated. 24. You guys are just crazy. That's some dedication. And you guys are very lucky, or you're spending diamonds that you had gotten on upgrading, because I don't know how you kept where you're selling corn for really cheap, because that's the only thing I haven't tried. So I definitely need to get trying something maybe back on here, but I'm not going after any prizes there. It's been enough to keep up on the main stuff. And I'm hoping that the gift wrapping machine that we're getting, even though it looks different, carries over or they've learned how to carry it over. Yeah, Cindy, that paper. Oh. So we still don't have a date of when this is coming. If we... They did it 3 weeks last year. And I wonder if they'll change it down to 2. Because that's what we did for Easter. Okay, so when it comes to... see, I don't do a lot of trucking, but I'd rather have had 2-time XP for over the global event. When it comes to the gift wrapping machine and even the egg machine, here's my thought. The catalog, so much better than the event road. Because I can pick and choose which deco I want, how hard I'm working for. I like that concept. Here's what I don't like. I don't like that it means no boat events. Or didn't previously, because you were filling crates. We're getting 10 diamonds. I know, Russell, you and I both said it was coming back. And I said, I hope it's not. So we'll take a few minutes to talk about the update real quick. We're getting the machine back. My guess is probably 2 weeks ago. We don't know if it's going to be boats or if it's going to be a mix of orders. There seems to be a lot more deco from the Dairy News side of it. I'm hoping they adjust some of the cost. I'm holding... I am holding off on saying that this is a no-go for me until I find out the change details. What is changed? What are the exact details for this machine this year? Are we doing just boats? What is the cost of the slots? What is the cost to make them? What levels are going to be affected? Because if we're sticking to boats, that means level 17 and below can't participate. But I like that we get so much more deco. It's great. Yeah, you work hard, but you just get more than you do on the event road. And you can kind of pick and choose. Hey, Raina, congrats on leveling up. So I'm going to hold my reservations until I see the details, which hopefully will be coming soon. I would expect we find out the details sometime next week. It depends on how they run it. I don't think it'll be the 3 weeks. I don't think we're going to... I have a few theories on it, and maybe I'll make a little short video on my opinion on what, like a prediction, and then we'll see what comes out. I haven't decided. Somehow the candy cane and cookies makes me feel like we may have some sugar issues. I'm really hoping that's not a hint at how much sugar we need. And clearly I think it is, because y'all saw how much sugar I have stocked on my machines. And Sam can tell you he hasn't gotten sugar from me in a while because I normally send it to him. But I'm only guessing because I don't know. Those details aren't given. I just am nervous. Last year it was generic wrapping paper in the baskets. And this year we have same, you're fine. If it's on one of my baby's farms, then it wasn't, and it was sitting there, then it wasn't for me to collect on my main, which is completely full. I just have like a weird feeling that maybe sugar may be involved because we have the candy canes and the gingerbread. I just don't. Oh, I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited because it is a challenge and it definitely motivates in a different way to play. I just like we have to be. I think it needed adjustments, and I'm really hoping they did those. Some of the smaller little things that I don't think. Don't yell. I'm syncing this off for a reason. Oh, puzzle note. Okay. You guys look at this. We have not had this before. Trees we have had. Okay. Trees they have, but this is a new quality of life change that we haven't seen, which is if you hit a crop now on the boat, it shows. So I have 47 strawberries in my silo. That is a nice little adjustment. It was there, it was gone, it's back. It's fixed, it's back. I'm excited. We now have the ability, when you go to increase storage, you now don't have to, if you want to go back to see what's in your barn, you don't have to X out and then go back. You can now hit a back button. It's a little getting used to. So there are some, and if you can tell, there's just a little slight, it's not my overlay screen. There is a slight cutoff of the friend book button. So there's just a little bit of an adjustment that should be made with some of the graphics. I know they're trying to push them as close to the sides, but it is just slightly cut off. Same with the store on the edging. But everything inside's over enough that it doesn't. Once you click on it, it doesn't affect it. So there are small little adjustments that have been made that I'm noticing as I get into some of the finer playing. That weren't as splashy. We had new tasks in the. I don't know if everybody saw it, but we have had new tasks. Look, we have a new production task here of like the omelet. Not that probably people are doing it, but they have added new derby tasks, you guys. Not always needed. I saw one for asparagus. I went, who is taking asparagus? We don't have a booster for it. We need a booster, like strawberries. Having that in the derby, not my favorite. There are players, though, like Jen, who can do that in like overnight in a day. It doesn't take them very long, let alone without even using a booster. If you even have a booster, I can do it. Asparagus doesn't have a booster yet. I was hoping, not just for these super boosters, which are great. They have kinks in them. Like, make sure if you're going to use the dairy, because they're so sped up, you have a lot of dairy. And I don't just mean like if your goat milk is so fast, you would need to have so much goat milk and be able to buy it. Like, if you have a baby farm that needs money, try selling goat milk. The super boosters, like, they cover all 5 of the sorry, I cannot read it out loud, but that is funny. We need some tweaks. I was hoping for the machines, like some of the newer machines, to have boosters done to it. I was hoping that. I like that we have these super boosters. I'd hope that they bring them out for maybe some longer times, more than an hour, and then more than a 3-star. We'll see how that works. They may not be able to keep them. That there's not like a promise to that. We'll have to see what the feedback is. But we're seeing some like small progression here of like, hey, we're finally starting to catch up. They're not as splashy of updates of like, here's a sneak peek. Like, they could have put a sneak peek of a derby board up there and had us all confused. That would have been if I had been in charge, y'all would have gotten a derby board. That's what I would have done. I would have been like, sneak peek derby board, just like a push, like a blank one, or a peek of like the derby board. I would have had so much fun teasing had that been something I know. Because everybody like, are we getting a new type of derby? Are we getting a new type of task? Everybody would be going nuts because you're like even the derby stand as a sneak peek. Are we getting like a revamp to something of that? Like, you could have done so much and have teased the fact you were adding new tasks in. But those new tasks are also going to make a mystery derby harder when you don't have boosters for it. So we still have some things to work on, clearly. Like, we could make some of these smaller quality of life adjustments really fun to tease, but they're in there. And I think it's fun to play hide and seek as well. To be able to go, oh, hey, look, I found there's new derby task. Or, hey, look, when you get a boat, the crops show up now in the silo of how many you have. Those are really cool, fun things. But, we're still kind of seeing some of it and guessing, and I think some of that's fun, but I think there's still some other stuff that has to get done. I'm not going to say that this is my favorite update, and I'm definitely going to say this is not my least favorite update. There are other updates that I have liked even less. But I hope y'all are liking some of it, and I hope this means that we're going to see some more even if they don't tell us ahead of time, fun little add-ons of like maybe some new boosters or something else that come. So, okay. I have been on here long enough. I've got to try to get some rest before Ricky streams. Oh, so Sam, you say it's uneventful, but I think it actually has had a little bit more than you realized. But I'm going to try to get a little bit of rest before Ricky stream tonight. Hopefully he's streaming and I don't sleep through it either. I hope you guys remember before his stream starts, or like right as his stream starts, that we've got to make sure you have your Chick vouchers spent if you're above that 21. Collect your Farm Pass stuff. Get your Valley. Thank you, everybody, for all the wonderful likes and for watching. And I will see y'all later. Happy farming, y'all. And bye.